Welcome to I Bring the Table. My name is Keshana. I am one of the moderators.
I am Chelsea White.
So, Chelsea, thank you for sitting with us. Tell me a little bit about you, your background, your story, who you are.
Yeah, I'm Chelsea. I guess by career, I was a clinical social worker. I branched out from that career to start my doula business. And so I have been doing that full time for 4.5 years, been doing the work in general over 13 years. And that is day in and day out, very demanding, area or line of work.
Yes.
But it defines all of me. I bring all of me to it. I bring the social worker, I bring the mom, I bring the wife to that role. And so I'm a mom of 3 young children, 5 and under. 2 girls, 1 boy. That's fun. And I am married to a serial entrepreneur as a husband as well. So busy household.
Busy. I have 3 mouths, so I know
Nice.
it's busy. 2 boys and a girl.
Oh.
But they're a little older. The girl is 5. She's the youngest.
Okay.
She runs the household.
I've got one of those.
So I know. So tell me, what inspired you to transition from, you said clinical, to being a doula?
Yeah, I had the wonderful opportunity as a social worker to work with many different demographics, one of which was expectant moms and moms with young children. And it was just like this gravitational pull that I could not explain. Now, I grew up in Harlem. I was one of those girls that was quick to say, I bond better with the boys, girls are too much drama, so on and so forth. And so I never really saw me being able to connect and dwell amongst the women the way I do now. And so when I felt that pull, I'm like, I don't know what this is.
Right.
But, I climbed the ladder very young in my clinical career, became a director. That was like unheard of. I honestly was unqualified in some of the positions I was put in, and it was comfortable, right? It seemed right. And so when I had finally made the move, or the leap rather, to become a doula, my family was just like, who does that? Like, you're literally doing the daggone thing in this field. Why would you transition? And the only word that came to mind was just passion, and no one understood it, except for my husband, who gave me the opportunity. He said, listen, this is your passion. I can see it when you talk about it, the fire in your voice, when you talk about birth and you talk about women and you talk about postpartum. And I
feel it now, just talking.
Yeah, that's my realm,
I feel it.
And so he said, I'll give you 1 year to get your business off the ground, and I'll handle everything in the background. If this is what you want to do, fly. And I never looked back.
So what does it feel like to work with women every day, day in and day out? Being that you were like, hey, listen, I don't really vibe with the girls. Let me hang with the dudes. That's my thing.
Yeah.
What does it feel like literally now vibing with the ladies
Literally.
every day?
I
in and day
am
out?
a girl's girl now. Like, I live, eat, sleep, and breathe us and what we go through. And even when I'm not in a birth room, or I'm not working with a postpartum family, I'm holding space all the time. And so when I say I bring the full me, the background of like social worker helps me, like be a living resource to my sisters of all backgrounds, and be able to bring that expertise and that knowledge. And then the doula, right, comes with a whole different swag. Like, she comes with the experience, she comes with the training, the knowledge, and she comes with the compassion. And so I just, it's no feeling like it in the earth, just being able to dwell amongst and be a shoulder, be a mom friend, be a sister, be a resource for all of the women that I work with. And I mean, I'm going from client to client, like it's demanding, right, when you're really in it. But there's no feeling like it in all the earth. I'm just like, yeah, I'm really a girl's girl. I ride for us now. It's all about women day in and day out. How can I help this mother? How can I best serve you? How can I best support you? And that's amazing to me. It's a complete shift.
Right.
But I don't want to be around the men no more. Y'all got nothing for me. Nothing for me.
What's the main advice you give them?
Ooh, to my moms?
To your moms. To your moms to be, to your experienced moms.
That's a good question.
What's the one thing you can't leave the room without telling them?
I work in different realms, right? As a full spectrum doula, I work with moms expecting, I work in the birth rooms, and I work with postpartum moms as well. I also work with prison moms. I do group up at the women's prison in Connecticut every week. I attend their births when nobody else can. And so, as you can imagine, I work with moms from completely different backgrounds, and everybody's story is just so different. But the one thing that I feel like we share in common is just the innate strength, ability, and resilience. No matter where we come from, all my moms want to hear that they can do this.
Absolutely.
And that they will do this. It's something as simple as them just building a bond with me enough that when I say it, they believe it.
Right.
It's nothing like it. You could see the sparkle in their eye change when they trust you,
Right.
when they built that relationship with you enough to say, I can do this, whether it's they're scared about birth, whether they have health issues, whether they're going through postpartum mood, whatever, whether they're in a DV situation, locked up, locked in, whatever it is, when you let them know and remind them they can do it,
that's all that matters.
that's all that matters, that they were built and created
Right.
with everything in them to overcome this.
Right.
Right? I don't have to give you nothing fancy. No matter what your degree is, background,
That's
who
right.
you are, where you came from, what your DNA is. It doesn't matter what your story is. You were still created with everything that you need to transition into this beautiful, role as mother. I tell everyone, babies are born and mothers are born too. Every time.
No matter how many kids you have.
No matter how many
We're
kids you
born
have.
each and every time we have a kid, because each kid brings out a different side
A
of
different
us.
side of you and a different
So,
demand.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So before we end, what comes with your table? What are you bringing with your table?
My table is full of things. I hate to say jack of all trades, master of none, because I really do put 100% into all of the hats that I wear. But I think kind of what we touched on before, like when I sit at a table, I bring so many different sides of me into one. I encompass so many things. And so I try to pour into other women's cups. Yes. With all of that, I don't ever show up as the doula. I don't ever show up as the worship leader. I don't ever show up as just the mom. Like, I bring all of me because there's just so many, if you see a need, you fill that need. You see, that's me. Right. Like, if I see a void, how can I best support? How can I best pour into? And so, I love the idea that a lot of people can see me as, she's done this, she's done that. She has been in leadership. She comes with so much wisdom or qualities, right? And me, I always look at a situation, a person, a relationship as how can I best serve? So when I sit at a table, to serve everybody else that takes a seat. So I bring the table, I sit at the table, and I wait for the table to fill up. And then I just become like that octopus, like whatever I can give you, whatever you take from it, right. I know I'm going to be filled back up.
I love that.
So
I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you for sitting here, being transparent, and sharing your story.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.